So the question asked in 2025 Political Science and International Relation that mentioned the difference between Italian and German version of fascism. First of all, fascism has the root word fasci. Fasci means bundle of rods woven together with red cord and having an axe in the middle. Axe represents discipline. Bundle of rods woven together represents organic unity of the nation state. So fascism favor aggressive nationalism, violent nationalism. Fascism rejects liberal democracy. It rejects individual freedom. It hated Marxism, communism, and Nazism. Fascism was Italian version led by Mussolini, and Mussolini said that 1789 French Revolution was dead because 1789 French Revolution, which inspired democracy, favored liberty, equality, fraternity. Mussolini replaced it by order, authority, and justice. And Hitler claimed that believe, obey, and follow. So both had certain common things, but the question is difference. So Hitler gave racial theory based on Hegelian thought that Aryan race were superior, they were destined to rule. So superiority of the race, Hitler claimed. While Mussolini claimed superiority of the state, nothing above state, nothing beyond the state, nothing outside the state. So this is the first difference. In Italian fascism, there is no racial theory. There is only focus on centralization of government, dictatorship, totalitarian form of government, total control of a state, suppression of minorities, program of action involving violent nationalism, industrial peace, corporatism, that is the equilibrium and balance between labor and capital for nation. On the name of industrial peace and industrial discipline, individual freedom and working class rights were completely denied in both. But in terms of cruelty, gas chambers, the Nazism was more dangerous because it did not only target the communist and Democrats, it also targeted minority Jews, gas chambers, as Nazism believed in anti-Semitism, that hardliner approach that they believed that Jews were responsible in crucifixion of Jesus Christ. So there was already anger in hardcore Jews, hardcore Christians. In 19th century, there was Zionism, homeland, a movement for homeland of Jews, and anti-Semitism against it. So that was aggravated after First World War, as Hitler blamed Jews and communists as betrayers. So if we see the difference in terms of intensity, cruelty, in terms of racial theory, in terms of superiority of state versus superiority of race, as both claim that war was taking place as per the divine will. Hitler claimed that universal. Hitler was German and Hegel was also German. So naturally, Hitler was more inspired from German thinker G.W.F. Hegel, while uh, the Mussolini was more inspired from Italian thinker Machiavelli, the realism, the power politics, means does not matter, ends matter. So Hegel says that war take place as per the divine will for manifestation of world spirit, and the state represents universal spirit, world spirit, while individual and civil society represents particular interest, selfish interest. So there was state having universal altruism, while individual has universal egoism. And the dialectic process by which contradictions would be removed. And Hegel claimed that philosophy of history, that by this there will be highest stage in terms of manifestation of world spirit in one state. That state which will defeat all others will prove that it was having world spirit, and this all taking place as per the divine will. So Hegel glorified war, Hitler also glorified war, and they claim that there is nothing right and wrong. Inspired from Nietzsche, they all focused on willpower, they all focused on Superman concept, they all inspired from biology, that individuals are cell, dictator is the brain, and state is the body. So in terms of differences, you have to highlight the personalities of Hitler versus Mussolini, in terms of Jews population, in terms of form of government, in terms of corporatism, racial theory versus state superiority. All these things you have to explain.